This is Michael Clem, and you're listening to Kyle with Around This Town on WTJU Charlottesville at 91.1 FM or worldwide at WTJU.net. Good afternoon, TJU listeners.
I try to say the right thing, folks seem to take the wrong way. I often sprint to a compliment when I should take the long way. Sometimes no word said at all is the very best thing to say. I try to say the right thing, folks seem to take the wrong way. Important how I choose my words, or I'm gonna pay the price. If I tell a girl, hey, you smell, I better add the word nice. I try to say the right thing, folks seem to take the wrong way. I often rush to a compliment when I should take the long way. Sometimes nothing said at all is the very best thing to say. I try to say the right thing, folks seem to take the wrong way. I misspoke and I have learned that one thing I believe in. Always best to ask how long you're staying rather than when are you leaving. I try to say the right thing, folks seem to take the wrong way. People pleasing is my aim, but it sure don't go that way. When I have dug myself a hole, keep digging is what they say. I try to say the right thing, folks seem to take the wrong way. Oh, such is my tortured life for being so obtuse. I must love my foot inside my mouth or dig the taste of shoes. Sure would love to blues these doggone wrong way blues. Even answering questions I'm put to the test. Like, does this dress make me look fat? I say no, it's just a big dress. I try to say the right thing, folks seem to take the wrong way. I beeline to a compliment and I get stung on the way. Think it's time to zip my lip, zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. I try to say the right thing, folks seem to take the wrong way. I try to say the right thing, but folks seem to take the wrong way.
Michael Clem.
Kyle.
So when I first started doing interviews, I used the phrase Charlottesville legends when Charlie Pasterfield and Susan Munson were here. Yeah. And then we had one good person come after another, and I said, well, I can't keep calling people Charlottesville legends, but come on. Charlottesville legend, Michael Clem.
No, you named two. That's I'm maybe a legend intern behind those two, Charlie and Susan. I got another 10, 15 years to put into my Charlottesville time. I still consider myself new to town, believe it or not.
You could be a new legend, an upcoming legend.
There you go.
A legend in the making.
A legend wannabe, perhaps.
When I moved to Charlottesville in February 2016, and within a week, probably, I drove out and saw you play at a home concert. A house concert.
Oh, which one was that?
Oh, Mike, I don't know. That was 7 years ago.
Were you invited?
No, not. I mean, you must have told me where it was.
Was I invited?
You must have told me where it was because I had no idea where it was going, and it was far away. But anyway, since then I've been a huge fan. I have told people we're friends, so just go with me on that.
I'll go with it.
I appreciate it.
No problem.
I'm really happy to have you here.
Thank you, Kyle.
And I don't want to take up all the time talking.
No, please do.
Okay.
I prefer talking over playing.
Well, good.
That's
Then
fine.
we'll talk a little bit. I want to go way back to the beginning, Mike. I want to go little Mike in his bedroom listening to music. He decides, all right, I want to be a musician.
That's pretty much my bio right there.
I know. Well, I read it. It's on Wikipedia. What's the next step? Were there high school bands? There had to be high school bands.
Predates that. Elementary school, believe it or not.
Well,
My pal Robbie and I, we started it up. I saw him play a talent show about the 4th grade, and he was this transfer student from Geneva. And he, up to that point, when guys did the talent show, they would have tennis rackets and they would play air guitar to the Bay City Rollers. This kid had an actual guitar, played it, and played songs, and And the girls just went nuts. I mean, the second grade girls went nuts for the fourth grader
Sure.
and chased him all over the playground. And I thought, I want a piece of that. And I coaxed him into a guitar lesson after school, lured him in with some sandwiches. Hey, come on over, let's have a play date. And then I kind of horned him into a lesson of the three essential chords that are pretty much in my vocabulary today: G, C, and D.
Yep.
Michael, row the boat ashore. Then we started a band.
Right.
Yep.
What was the name of that one?
Was first Crooners 4, and then it was the Twilights.
Okay.
And that was the elementary school 5th, 6th grade tenure.
Very good.
And then we moved to do some band stuff, but we found our way, Robbie and I, to like a Simon & Garfunkel thing in high school.
Okay.
And into college, and we started a bar band in college because we both went to JMU, the other side of the mountain. Not a popular school this week, but that's where I'm from. And we had a great run there, and that's what spilled over into the Eddie from Ohio group after college.
So the same person all the way since fourth grade.
Pretty much right. I played with other people along the way, as he as well, but we go back a ways.
That's great. That's great. I was thinking it says a lot to us that as fourth grade boys that sandwiches are a bigger lure than the girls on the playground. So,
it's before we found meth.
yeah,
so,
well, sure,
yeah,
absolutely.
that's right.
Back then it was sandwiches.
Sandwiches.
Now, there was a band. What was the name of the band that led into Eddie from Ohio?
It was pretty much a Jellyfish Blues Band. That was our college band. We had a cassette out with 10 original songs, and we were hitting the bar circuit and having a pretty good run of it. And the nice thing was that paved the way for contacts at clubs. We never really had to start from scratch. When Robbie went to Boston for a little while, then came back, and while I was trying my hand at a 9-to-5 job for a couple of years, but still playing music on the weekends as a side hustle, Robbie came back from Boston and started doing music full time. And Julie and I became friends and started crashing his shows and cheering him on after work. We'd still be dressed in our work duds, and on one particular occasion we started harmonizing with him. And it was Robbie and Julie and me and the bartender. And I still play gigs like that, but that was the crowd. But we realized we were onto something when we did the 3-part harmony, and then we had a rehearsal. A week later, we pulled an Eddie, and it was the 4 of us for 31 years, up till August last year.
That's great. Well, we would love to hear another song.
Another song? Okay. This one has I kind of picked some songs with a little bit of a local flavor. The most recent thing I did was a EP called Rivanna, and this is the title track.
I live several hundred feet above river that runs through town. It'd take a biblical proportion flood for me to hear its sound. It'd have to rain 1,000 days and nights and not let up at all. Not drops, but constant sheets like an endless waterfall. Roll, river, roll, Rivanna, love to say your name. Roll, Rivanna, roll down to the James. Roll down to the James. Walked a dog who once was mine down by the river banks. A chance who stretches 4 old legs and me to offer up some thanks. A sore worker tending to the land said that dog needs a lead. I told him sorry about my aging hound. He said, nah, there's no need. Roll, river, roll, Rivanna, love to say your name. Roll, Rivanna, roll down to the James. Roll down to the James. had a dream that the river rose and touched my house's back. That's bad news for my valley friends. They wouldn't stand a chance. So late at night I walked on down to make sure she was calm. I skipped stones and reached right down, held some river water in my palm. Roll, river, roll, Rivanna, love to say your name. Roll, Rivanna, roll down to the James. Roll down to the James.
Thank you.
Well, that actually leads me perfectly into what I was just about to ask next.
All right.
So thank you. This it sounds like we're getting into a scene from Goodfellas when I say this, but Mike, you're a funny guy.
Oh no, I don't like where that scene goes. Someone gets shot.
But
So what do you mean funny?
Yeah,
you mean like
what, am I like a
funny,
clown?
like funny harmonica? Funny guitar? Eh?
I'm like a clown to you? Okay, so
Have you ever seen the mashup of that done to the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer characters?
No, I haven't.
It's the Hermie the Elf and Rudolph
Right.
with that dialogue dumped
Okay.
in over them. It's pretty
That's
funny.
fantastic.
Or maybe it's Charlie in the Box. Anyway,
okay. No, that is fantastic. I will
All
check
right.
it out.
sorry
So
for these segues.
from there, yes, I had a point, sort of. I'm always interested when okay, so we started off with the first song you played. It was very tongue-in-cheek, had some great humor to it. I thought. Maybe I'm wrong. But the second song, obviously, was much more serious. I'm always interested in a musician that can kind of go back and forth. I think maybe Ben Folds is a good example. And, there are others that are out there that have a lot of humor to them, but that's not everything they do. And I'm curious what you think kind of the secret to be able to do that is, where the audience isn't just screaming out, hey, play something funny. How they accept both sides of you.
Yeah, I get pegged at being, the campy songwriter and all that, but then I'll turn around and do a heartfelt ballad, and I like to have that mix. It's sort of like a feel good movie this summer that pulls in all the tickles the funny bone one minute, then pulls in the heartstrings the next, and that can happen over the course of a set, but it can also happen even within a song. I think we lost one of the great masters of that was John Prine, who he'll amuse you during even within a verse. He could be funny the first two lines, and the second just wow, just have you going for the Kleenex box.
Right.
I like that challenge sometimes in songs, and I take folks down a little vaudeville route, and then whoa, wait a minute, he got vulnerable all of a sudden. And it's fun to explore that space a bit.
Yeah. No, and I think you do it very well. I think there are some that, when I was thinking of examples in my head, Loudon Wainwright III is an example of a great musician, but kind of got pegged more towards humor almost. Arlo Guthrie almost did when he released, Alice's Restaurant, but people remembered what a great folk musician he was. So no, that's always been something I've been impressed with you, that you can easily kind of switch back and forth, and no one's really expecting one.
Well, thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate it. And you hit some of the heroes there. I got to do a show with Loudon Wainwright back in like 2006,
wow.
He poked his head into the venue while I was playing, and he caught the one song of mine. It was a tender one, and
Right.
he made a nice remark about it afterwards. So I thought I could retire after that.
That's really cool.
Loudon Wainwright just complimented me.
Well, I will say this. A mutual friend of ours has a 12-year-old son who has just discovered Dead Skunk in the Road by Loudon Wainwright, and now has it on repeat.
He does have stuff beyond that, too. And,
Oh, absolutely. That's what I was saying. That's what I
yeah.
love about him. Or more what I felt was a little bit sad about him, because he sometimes gets pegged as that comedian
right.
type. But no, he does. He's a great musician.
Yeah.
Now, one thing, you had mentioned Eddie from Ohio. Before we move on, as I said, I don't typically try and do research on Wikipedia. However, there is this line that I have to ask about on Wikipedia. And if there's not a story here, I think some kind of wreck of Edmund Fitzgerald's song needs to be written about it. It says the band stopped performing after 31 years following a 2022 Alaskan cruise.
Yeah.
It sounds to me like what happened on that cruise?
Yeah, we shipwrecked it. We got two cruisers in the audience here. Maybe they'd like to field that question as well. But there was not a cause-effect type of thing. That it was a conscious decision that would be our last hurrah. A very strange one at that. It kind of reminded me of, and I don't think this analogy will work, but when it was decided to hang it up as we were very part-time, the news came kind of sudden, but we put our heads together after 2 weeks because I went out of the country and came back. Said we need to have a Zoom meeting. That's where we were. I live in Charlottesville. They're up in Northern Virginia. And that Zoom meeting, one of the things I ruminated about was, well, we can't just have our last hurrah 3,000 miles from home. We got the hometown crowd, and I'm not throwing anyone under the bus, but there was resistance with that idea of doing something before the cruise because the cruise was going to be the punctuation mark, the terminus, if you will. But how about something before that? And one person didn't have the time. Another person thought it was kind of a lot of work because they had a heavy schedule. And then a third spoke up to say, let's not be that band that won't go away, that breaks up and then has a reunion, a year later. There are people from all levels of music that do that. I'm not going to drop any names, but you probably know who they are. Like, wait a minute, didn't they just retire last year? And they're still at it. And we're not closing the door on the possibility of that, but it hasn't even been a year yet. So who knows what the future holds? It was a great run, though. I'm really proud of everything we did and did it independently. So we can hang our heads high about that, and that we all love each other. We're still on good terms. That doesn't always happen either. No. You go out in a ball of flames. Could have been. I'd like to rewrite the story for Wikipedia that they.
Well, I'm telling you, the Wikipedia.
They threw one of the members overboard.
It seems a little ominous.
Yes. Dumped the drummer off at the Hubbard Glacier. He's still thawing out.
I definitely want to talk about the other bands you're involved in.
But we all caught COVID on the cruise.
Well, sure.
Catch a COVID. This is where we all caught it.
I'll be updating Wikipedia when I get upstairs.
I don't know who writes that.
I actually have no idea either.
It's content management, so I guess anyone can log in and manipulate our story. But I didn't do that, and I'm the publicist, so I'll have to check that out myself, see what the update is.
But like I said, I do want to talk about the other bands. But if you could play something else for us in the meantime.
Something else. Well, I'm going to turn it back to TJU. This again, I've got locally minded songs, and this is one that, the COVID was a tough time, and we lost loved ones, and I'm no different. I lost a loved one, my 2000 CRV. And it didn't pass inspection. I was really heartbroken, but you guys made it possible for me to donate it to the station. It was fully depreciated. If I wanted to sell it at its Blue Book value, it would have been the equivalent of a bake sale. Might as well put it to good use with my favorite station in town. And I had an image that it would get carted here, and Peter Jones would bring it back to life, tinkering under the hood, would paint it the station colors and become the TJU mobile. But I think it was hauled off for parts somewhere in a car graveyard somewhere in the Shenandoah Valley. But I had that fantasy for a while, like, yes, Sylvie's going to be in the hands of TJU. But I did get a song out of it, so that's what I'll play for you guys right now. And if you have a junker or a clunker out there, do give us some thought to take that Camaro off the cinder blocks and send it on down here to 91.1 FM. This is called How I Roll.
Rolling round town with expired tags on more than one donut spare. Spider vein cracks on my windshield. The heater's broke, same with the air. Duct tape holding on the side view mirror, the other knocked off by a pole. Got no idea where the registration's stored. Hope nobody ever asks me, oh Lord. I'm the only airbag working on board. But baby, that's how I roll. Baby, that's how I roll. Baby, that's how I roll. That's how I roll. Sure won't pass inspection. Nope. Sure as hell won't pass you. I hover in the right lane under 55 'cause I can't go over 42. Feel free to ride up on my bumper. The bumper that some vandals just stole. Got a hole at my feet at the front floorboard. Oh, don't have to stop, oh Lord. My legs are the only brakes working on board. Like Fred Flintstone. But baby, that's how I roll. Baby, that's how I roll. Baby, that's how I roll. That's how I roll, 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 roll. Needs a new bridge, I think. That's how I roll, 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 roll.
Me on guitar.
So hoppin' if you're not in a hurry. That is, if you got nowhere to go. There's no guarantee we'll ever get there. Just pray there's no need for a tow. This may be a heap, but it's my heap, with a whole lot of mileage and soul. Sorry about the smell from the rear exhaust and the smell outside, inside where the trash gets tossed. I'd pay for some cleaning if it weren't for the cost. I would, but baby, that's how I roll. Baby, that's how I roll. Baby, that's how I roll. That's how I roll. Is that how you roll, Kyle? Baby, that's how, baby, that's how I, baby, that's how I roll.
That was anticipation right there.
Yeah.
I could see something was coming. Mike, before I forget, go ahead, please, and tell us, you've got something coming up soon, don't you, that people can come out and check you out?
Yeah, full week this week, and thanks to you guys, I got this Tuesday thing. I'm gonna get busy on some recording starting tomorrow, and it'll be my first day to get things going. I don't have as normally a defined vision going in, but just kind of get in with the producer and throw the batter at the wall and see what sticks. Got a whole mess of songs that have just been sitting, waiting to be recorded. We'll see what comes of that. More to be announced about that. Now, Thursday, I got a local show, and that's one of the reasons I'm here. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to plug that. That'll be at Eastwood. And if you haven't experienced Eastwood, there's so many great wineries. I'm friends with them all, most of them that do the live music. And it's just wonderful. We're very blessed in this town to have all the wineries that we do. But the distinct thing about Eastwood, they are probably the closest to downtown Charlottesville of all the wineries. Just a mere 5 miles down Route 20 on the left-hand side, a newer player in town. But they got this wonderful tasting room that, for me, I go back far enough. I remember when Trax was around. I don't know if you remember the Trax.
I have heard stories of Trax. I was not here at the time.
Trax, and a little bit of the Fry Springs Beach Club. But this long shotgun room, the difference between Eastwood and Trax, it doesn't smell like beer and urinal cakes, but it's very clean inside. It has a nice rustic feel, and it's really built for speed with a nice stage and a potentially really good listening room environment. If they ever wanted to do a ticketed show there, I think would be a great spot for that. I keep kind of twisting their arm, so maybe there'll be cause to get something going down there. But I'll be playing there Thursday, and on that very stage I was just talking about. And I know they make a good wine there. It's maybe they'll have an oyster truck or something. Usually a good foodie truck. I'm off to Northern Virginia for a handful of shows this weekend, and reuniting with Eddie. Actually, we got a little band together with some friends playing up in Falls Church on Saturday. All this is on our website, michaelclem.com. And everything I do, if I'm getting the lawn mowed, I post that. It's all
good.
It's all there.
If you have lawnmowers to sell, can you do that?
Well, yeah, I might. I'm paying some guy right now. I'm just too busy.
michaelclem.com, ladies and gentlemen. It's funny that you said that. John Kelly and I were just talking about Eastwood last week.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, they have just kind of ruled the summer as far as their music lineup. I mean, they have just week after week, just fantastic
Yeah,
musicians.
I don't think they're well kept secret anymore. People are starting to realize.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's
plenty of parking, and again, it's an easy commute, just down 20, and there it is.
No, it's just it's been fantastic. Mike, before, I know we're running out of time, but one thing I wanted to ask you about quickly, your open mic on Monday nights at the local.
Yeah, glad you brought that up.
Just 2 weeks ago, we had Isabel March in here, who is amazing.
Yeah.
And not only that, she's a really fun, down-to-earth person.
Mm-hmm.
But I know she cut her teeth at your open mic.
I think she got a head start before us.
Well, well, she says she hasn't been at it long, and I found that hard to believe. I mean,
she's a treasure.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
And, I had mentioned, a mutual friend we have and countless others who, would not have had the same opportunity to get over stage nerves and, have fun, build a community without the open mic. And I just wanted to know kind of what's special about it to you. It's obviously more than just a job.
I'm the luckiest guy in the whole room. I got the best seat in the house. And what I get to see week after week with Isabel types and even people like her who are really green and fresh and coming out for the first time is watching them grow and develop and get more confident and listening to their songs improve and them getting more comfortable in their skin and just enjoying it. It's my poker night. Eddie from Ohio, for its first 7 years, we had a residency every Tuesday. And I love the rhythm of a residency, something you do every week. And I missed it when we stopped doing it. And this has kind of become that for me. Every Monday night, I know where I'm going to be. And it's my bunco. It's my poker nights where my fellowship is with, they're my people. And I don't know anyone I don't hug when I see and say hello to and say goodbye to at the end of the evening. It's a real love fest. We had a real special one last night, too. And Isabel was there, and I was giving her a hard time because she kind of giggled, said, "This is the international debut of this song," and I had a debut song too. I said, "I like that international debut."
That's right. No, we had a lot of fun when she was in.
Yeah.
Mike, I can't thank you enough for dropping by.
Kyle. How are you digging this around the town thing? I've seen many. It's almost like Doctor Who. How many hosts have had this?
Yes.
And you're doing great.
Well, Alice did it forever, and then she had to step away. I took over in June. I'm hoping that I am able to stick around for a little while.
Me too.
But I love it. I absolutely love it. And I love getting to spend time with people like you and not only hearing the music, but chatting, getting to know you a little better.
Extra special thanks to you because you support the local stuff. And that's we're so blessed to have TJU. Not every town has that kind of voice. So thank you for being that for us.
Absolutely. And if you can take us out with a song, Mike, we really all appreciate it.
Yeah, another one with a local flavor here at it's kind of a silent rite of passage in town for live music people, and it was a result of one of our prompts. Someone came in, gosh, who suggested it? Someone who doesn't come in very often, but she said, "How about bridges?" So this was in response to the bridges prompt. I thought, wow, I know the perfect bridge to write about. Let's watch the Ting Pavilion concert on the Belmont Bridge for free, with just a couple volunteers and cheapskates just like me. We'll buy $4 Sangiovese and chips from the Lucky 7 store. I blew my whole paycheck at the Jefferson last night, so I'm just broke, not poor. I used to have an in with the concert crew, but alas, not anymore. See, a good friend of mine, he just quit last week, and he used to let me in through the door. The gate, because it's a pavilion show, and it's held outdoors. And tonight's a band I kind of want to see. Let's watch the concert from the Belmont Bridge for free. Let's watch the Ting Pavilion concert from the Belmont Bridge for free. I've watched before and don't get flack from most security. We'll park at Guadalajara and pretend like we've just dined there. As misers go, we'd make a perfect Scrooge McDuck-like pair. We'll jaywalk right across Market Street and act all debonair. We'll strike up conversation with dog walkers who are out for a little fresh air. Ask them things like, "Say, tell us, who cut your snickerdoodle's hair?" And tonight's a band I kind of want to see.
Let's watch the concert from the Belmont Bridge for free. Belmont Bridge for free. 106 The Corner and TJU were papering seats with loads of ticket giveaways that ran throughout the week. And each time I call, they always seem to know me when I speak. 'Cause I've won so many times, they ask me, why am I so cheap? Let's watch the Ting Pavilion concert from the Belmont Bridge for free. If we travel light, we'll hop the wall and outrun authorities. Or just stay back beneath these stars on this nearly perfect night. We'll hear the music from stage left with the back of the amps in sight. And if we get out of here soon enough, we'll slip on down to Riverside for a bite. You know, I'm normally not this frugal if it appears I'm acting tight. But you see, I'm protesting the service charge fees because, you know, that just isn't right. And tonight's a band I really want to see. Let's watch the concert from the Belmont Bridge for free. Belmont Bridge for free. Belmont Bridge for free. Belmont Bridge for free.
Thank you, WTJU. Back to you, Kyle.